you're coming to Las Vegas in the summer of 2026, then you're going to want to know about the pool parties and the day clubs. This video is going to be all about the top 10 pool parties in Las Vegas based on my personal recommendations. I book about 75 to 100 groups every single weekend out here in Las Vegas. I'm the #1 independent host in town and the creator of the Party Plan app. I'm also the owner of VegasVIPServices.com. Let me give you my top 10 picks for the best pool parties in Las Vegas in 2026. Let's go. All right, so I'm standing here at the Caesars Palace. You can see it in the background here. And right behind me is this new monster. This is the Omnia Dayclub. And the reason I picked the Omnia Dayclub to stand in front of for my top 10 pool parties of 2026 video is that this is gonna be the #1 spot this summer, okay? And there's a lot of good reasons why Omnia Dayclub is my #1 pick. Number one, TAO Group knows how to do a pool party, okay? They own 4 other pools besides this one, so 5 pools total. They've been doing this for a long time, 15 plus years. And they built this place really well, okay? The sound system in here is next level. The layout's excellent. I really do like the place. The only complaint really I had was I didn't like that they didn't have a service aisle in front of the beach villas. There was kind of a lot of traffic there, but other than that, the place is pretty much perfect. I did like where the DJ is, the stage table behind the DJ. The beach villas are very nice. The pool's wide and long and covers the entire villa. Every single villa has a good amount of pool, so there's no issues with that. The actual pool itself for the general pop, that is pretty big. Okay, it's bigger than LIV Beach, it's bigger than TAO Beach. It's not quite as big as Encore Beach, not quite as big as Palm Tree Beach Club, but definitely bigger than Marquee. And so there's a lot of room to swim and actually go in the pool. There's a big area to dance, and it just doesn't feel like it's congested in there. It's actually very well done. There's a pretty cool sky deck on busier days they're gonna seat. Wasn't open today. But Omnia Dayclub, they got great DJs. You got Fisher, you got Zed, you got Martin Garrix, you got Tiesto Unlimited Dates, you got Alesso. They're gonna do it up with Duro, Pauly D on some days as well. This place is gonna be a big hitter this year. You're gonna be probably the #1 pool party, at least all of 2026. Now next year, in the background here, you can see the Hard Rock. Okay, that's coming next year. I don't know when it's gonna open for sure, but they're likely gonna have a new pool and day club too. They got the Dare and the Hollywood, Florida Hard Rock and the Dare pool and nightclub. So that's probably gonna be what they're gonna put over here, I'm gonna guess. And that's gonna be the next new one to come down the pipeline, all right? Now let's talk about the #2 pool party, okay? I still have Encore Beach Club, which was last year's #1, as my #2 pool party, and here's why. Encore Beach Club is still arguably one of the best places because it's got a huge pool. Especially in the summer months here when it gets really hot, people like to actually go in the pool because they're hot. Encore's got a lot of pool, okay? They got 3 pools. There's the one in the middle, there's 2 on the other sides. Their one pool on one of their 3 pools is like the size of like TAO Beach's pool, LIV Beach's pool, and Marquee's pool, okay? So like triple the pool size. All right, that's one of the reasons why I like Encore Beach Club. Not to mention they did a good job this year bringing some new talent in. They did land Calvin Harris on a lot of Saturdays. Those parties have been amazing, sold out capacity, awesome parties. Very, very good. I've been at every one that he's been here and they're really good. We also still have the Chainsmokers, they do good. Diplo does pretty good, Marshmello does pretty good. They got Odessa coming up here. They got Fuel, he's pretty good on one of their pool parties I saw. So they got some pretty good DJs this year. Arguably up there with the TAO Group as far as the talent goes. And the LIV Group, they have solid DJs. Every Saturday, you're gonna find someone solid. Even Fridays, they have a decent DJ. They had 8 craze today. And Sundays, they're gonna be doing Sundays in the summer with some decent DJs. And they're traditionally the best place on Fridays, okay? Even today, I was over there. I had a bungalow, a lower bungalow, and a cabana. And it was a little bit busier over there on Friday than it was over here at Omnia Dayclub. Probably because it's new. People really haven't heard about this place yet. A lot of people haven't. And, that's why I still get my #2 spot. And by the way, they are going to be doing a full remodel over the winter. They're going to do a really good job, from what I understand. It's going to be like a real remodel, not just like a facelift. And that's going to be opening up in 2027, all brand new. So next year, we might be battling for the #1 spot again against Omnia Dayclub, but this year, we'll be in the #2. Let's talk about #3. I'm going to give that to LIV Beach this year. LIV Beach arguably has some of the best talent, at least the young talent, that people really like, the younger crowd likes. Okay, they got John Summit on Saturdays a lot. They're going to have Dom Dalla a lot on Saturdays. They got Cloney. He's a big hitter once in a while when he's there and there's not other big DJs in town. They do have Disco Lines, and they also got David Guetta. They had him for limited Saturdays in the spring here. He's pretty much gone for the season now to Ibiza. This is his last Saturday tomorrow. But LIV Beach is doing pretty good for me. Honestly, I've been booking more tables at LIV Beach than any of the pools right now. For whatever reason, I think my videos for LIV Beach are doing really well, and that place is crushing it for me. So LIV Beach is definitely up there. It's a great party in there. What I don't like about it is there's not a lot of service area on the pool deck, and the pool is really small, okay? What I do like about it is there's a lot of tables, and it's got like a stadium-style seating for all the tables, and there's a lot of really good tables in there, and it's not all that expensive. So LIV Beach is definitely in the top 3, and could potentially be, #1 or 2 if you like the particular DJ that's there today. Say they have a Tiesto, or they have a Guetta, or they have a John Summit, or the Dom Dalla, and that's your favorite DJ, well then LIV Beach is probably gonna be like your number one, okay? So any of the top 3 pools could be your number 1 pool if the DJ is right, okay? So I always tell people, if you're coming to Vegas and you can't decide which pool to party to go to, look at the lineup, see which DJ is playing where, and pick your favorite one, okay? Because they're all good. There's not one that's better than the other, especially on Saturdays. They're all gonna be busy. They're all gonna be pretty much at capacity. Go to the DJ you like to see, and that's how you're gonna enjoy your day, all right? Now, the number 4 position, kind of a toss-up here. I think number 4 and 5 could be interchanged, but let's go with number 4 as TAO Beach, okay? TAO Beach has, the big hitters that TAO Group has. I already mentioned all the hitters. You got Alesso, Martin Garrix, Zed, Tiesto Unlimited Dates, and, who else they got? Pauly D over there sometimes. They got DeRoe over there sometimes. And Fisher, okay, another big hitter that they have over here at Omnia a lot. And when they put one of those guys at TAO Beach, it's really good. And now, TAO Beach has been pretty smart on their Sundays. They've kind of gone after that hip-hop crowd. They have like Tyga there sometimes and some other hip-hop artists. And when they have an artist there on a Sunday, it's really good. It's a good hip-hop party, okay? Nobody competes with them. So Fridays are pretty good as well. They have like a mid-level DJ. And the way TAO Beach is laid out, it doesn't feel like as big as like an Omnia Dayclub or as big as an Encore Beach Club. So they have any sort of talent there at all. It does fill up pretty good, and it seems pretty busy, okay? Even if it's not that busy, it does feel pretty busy. So Thursdays are probably traditionally the best spot to go is TAO Beach. So they got their Thursday pretty solid, Friday pretty solid with mid-level DJs, Saturday really solid with bigger name DJs, and Sunday with the hip-hop party very solid. So you got 4 days a week here. TAO Beach is pretty good. That's probably why I put it the number 4 position instead of number 5. And your number 5 pool, that's gonna be Palm Tree Beach Club, okay? Palm Tree Beach Club, if you don't know, is the old Wet Republic, and it is a good pool. And they did a nice facelift on it last season, opened up in May. And the pool itself is like exactly the same. The layout's pretty much exactly the same. But what I do like, they did put better LEDs up, and they redid the whole DJ booth area, and they made these tables behind the DJ. Those are called the driftwood den tables. That whole area is a lot better. Okay, they did improve that. Even the dance floor area, those tables they did improve. And I really like the layout of the area around the DJ. It's a great pool. When they have any of the TAO Group big DJs there, it's a good pool party. Now, Palm Tree Beach Club does struggle a little bit on, I think they're open, I want to say Wednesday through Sunday this year. They used to do Thursday through Monday, but they switched it now. And it's open on Wednesday and Thursday, and it's that busy. I have a customer there yesterday, and it's just not that busy. Fridays are okay. Saturdays with the big hitter are slam dunk, and Sundays are kind of hit or miss, depending on if they have an artist or not. So that's why instead of being in the number 4 position, it's probably going to be in the number 5 position, because it doesn't have that consistency that TAO Beach has 4 days a week, okay? It's a big pool, and it's really hard to feel that place, okay? There are going to be some people there on Thursday, Friday, Sunday, but it's just not going to feel that busy because it's so big, all right? Number 6 is going to be Marquee Dayclub. And Marquee Dayclub got a fresh remodel this year. It opened up in March. It basically just got a facelift, okay? Marquee Dayclub is exactly the same. The pool is exactly the same. All the beautiful grand cabanas with their own pools, those are the best ones in Vegas. They're exactly the same. But it just looks classier and nicer in there. It's actually well done. The problem with Marquee Dayclub and being one of the TAO Group venues is they're not like getting the big talent over there, okay? They only got so much big talent in town, and they got to do 5 pool parties, and they also have 5 nightclubs. And certain pool parties and certain nightclubs require big DJs to fill up. And Marquee just happens to be right on that mid-level, and they're not going to get the Fishers, they're not going to get the Zeds, and they're not going to get the Martin Garrix, and they're not going to get the Alesso, they're not going to get the Tiesto, because they're going to put those guys over here at Omnia Dayclub or TAO Beach or Palm Tree, where they got more capacity to sell more tickets and do more tables, okay? So Marquee's kind of stuck with the mid-level guys. You're going to find occasionally like the Pauly D there, the DeRoe, and they got Louis the Child and some other DJs like that. And it's pretty good on Saturdays. It's always pretty busy. Fridays are decent. Sundays are decent. They are open 7 days a week. So like I do have a customer that wants to do their own Grand Cabana on like a Tuesday. It's like a low minimum, like $1,000, and you get your own pool, and it's good. It's good. There's a few people in there. There's a DJ. It's not super busy, but it's fun. If you just have your self-contained crew, you got some girls with you, and you want to have a little bit of fun, enjoy your own pool, enjoy some sun here in Las Vegas in the summer, it's good for that, all right? Let's talk about number 7. Now, I'm going to go with Liquid Pool Lounge, okay? Normally, Liquid Pool Lounge would fall a little bit further down on my list, but here's why. Dre's Beach, which is right across the street from me over here, actually closed last year, so there's not really like a hip-hop pool party, all right? Now, I'm not saying that Liquid Pool Lounge is a hip-hop pool party, because it's not, but they are skewing a little bit more toward the hip-hop side, all right? I have a lot of my Dre's customers have been hitting me up, and they want to go to Liquid, okay? That just tells me the word's out that they're playing a little bit more hip-hop there than they are EDM, and that clientele is going over there, and it's a nice little pool for that, okay? The hip-hop crowd has been thinner, and that's why Dre's Beach and Dre's nightclub closed. It's just kind of a thinner crowd these days. But if you're coming here for a hip hop pool party and you want a lot of hip hop, it's going to be open format, which is a mix of everything. But you want some hip hop, Liquid Pool Lounge is a good alternative for you. So if you're, want to come to a pretty good pool party on a, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hear a lot of hip hop, let's talk about Liquid. Okay, they got these great bungalows with pools in front of them, and they're not that expensive. Plenty of good tables on the pool deck, like your poolside couches and your poolside day beds. Really good tables for like $1,000 minimum. Okay, so not bad at all. Even cheaper during the week. So that's my number 7 pick. Let's talk about my number 8 pick. We're gonna go with Stadium Swim. I do like Stadium Swim if you want coming out here to watch some sports. We got the World Cup coming up this summer, and a lot of people have already hit me up. They book cabanas and whatnot. Stadium Swim is arguably the coolest pool as far as like watching sports there is in the world. You got like a freaking stadium, and then you got big screens, and you got different levels, and it's really cool. Especially like those owners bungalows on each side, and the lower and upper cabanas. Those are very nice. Now the big problem with Stadium Swim, especially in the midsummer, is on their stadium booths and their day beds, and then their water couches and their poolside booths. They don't have umbrellas, okay? They don't put up umbrellas on purpose because they don't want to block the screen for anybody, okay, if people are there to watch sports. And they've come here in the middle of summer and it's 120 degrees and you're stuck out with no umbrella. God, may the force be with you, because it's going to be freaking hot. All right, so just keep that in mind if you're going to Stadium Swim. So that's my number 8 spot. Let's talk about my number 9 spot. That's going to be the old Daylight. It's now called Tailgate Beach Club. One of my customers literally said this today. He's like, yeah, that's like the budget Stadium Swim. And I didn't say that. It is kind of a little bit more of a budget Stadium Swim, in my opinion. They did just take Daylight. They put up some TVs behind basically where the DJ is. They put up some TVs on top of the cabanas on the one side and top of the cabanas on the other side. And it's actually going to be pretty cool when they have stuff going on at Allegiant Stadium, like sporting events. And if you want to come there and actually watch a game, like a baseball game or a World Cup game, it'll be good for that. And it's not expensive, okay? You can hit me up. I can send you over my link. By the way, my number is 702-883-3006. Hit me up. I'll send you my link. And you can see the pricing is very reasonable. I think someone just booked a nice cabana with a pool in front of it on a Saturday for like $1,500 on my link yesterday. And not bad, okay? A lot cheaper than a lot of these other pools for a similar setup, okay? So Tailgate Beach Club, they're going to have some deals on my link as well. It's not going to be like, super, super busy on like a Thursday, Friday, or Sunday. Saturdays will be a little bit busier, and it's going to be worthy of checking out if you do want to watch the sports, okay? It's going to be on the south end of the strip. You don't got to go all the way up to Fremont, pay for parking, all that stuff. You can do it right here at the Mandalay Bay. All right, so that's my number 9 pick. Let's talk about my number 10 pick. That is going to be the Flamingo Go Pool. All right, now the Flamingo Go Pool is right across the street from me here, Flamingo, and that pool is actually pretty well done, okay? They did a full redo on that. They'd actually gutted the place, dug into the concrete, redid the pools, and they did a really good job on that place. Now, that place is not operating as a pool party, so I don't actually officially work there. I do have a guy that I do work with over there that I can link you with. He's a good dude, and he can definitely set you guys up. But I get a lot of people that want to go there because it's fairly budget friendly. You pay like a rental fee, and then you have to pay for your bottles on top, and the bottles are a little bit less expensive. So it isn't working about the same as the other places. But the cool thing about that place is it's kind of free to get in, and there's no guest list, there's no promoters. You just walk up, you can get in, anybody can get in. It's kind of chill. Makes the crowd not quite as like high end as maybe like an Omnia Dayclub, but it's good. A lot of people really like that, okay? So I have to give it to the Flamingo. They do put a DJ over there. It is pretty busy, and they are open 7 days a week. Definitely worthy of the top 10, even though it's not officially a pool party, it's a hotel pool, but it's actually pretty darn good, all right? Hopefully you guys enjoyed my Las Vegas pool parties, top 10 pool parties of 2026. And if you guys are coming to Vegas, make sure you text me at 702-883-3006. I can answer all your questions. I know everything about all the clubs and pools here in Las Vegas. I book about 75 to 100 groups a weekend. I do have the Party Plan app, but make sure you download that app. It's gonna be out soon. And you can put your whole itinerary in there, plan your vacation. You guys can actually keep track of all your expenses, communicate with the group through the chat. We're gonna have hotels on there, show tickets. We're gonna have bottle service. We're gonna have all our packages. We have over 500 packages that we're slowly but surely getting uploaded in there. And all the packages are really cool. We got, limo service, dinners with all you can drink, male and female shows. We have all kinds of cool packages. So make sure you check that out. I'm Party Plan Brian. I'm looking forward to mapping out your Las Vegas game plan. Do me a favor and like this video. Do subscribe to this channel for more and bang that notifications bell. I'm looking forward to working with you out here in Las Vegas. Let's talk soon. Goodbye.